Hello everyone, welcome. Sylvie here. This is Sun and Moon energy readings. I'm going to get right into an energy reading for the sign of Gemini. This reading is for the sign of Gemini, but all are welcome here. If something speaks to you, you're more than welcome to it. Just keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective. It's not going to resonate with everyone probably. Hopefully it resonates with some of y'all. I have done a pre-shuffle of the 3 decks, meditated on the energy, specifically for Gemini and their money, but really you don't have to be a Gemini nor an air sign to have something speak to you. Usually I'll try to kind of, by the end of the reading, really kind of like know which energy is really coming through the strongest. So anyway, at the bottom of the deck here, the Robin Wood, we have the Hermit, we have the Six of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. At the bottom of the Wild Unknown, we have the Ten of Cups, a Queen of Swords, and a Four of Swords. Noted the Ace of Swords behind there. And this is a new deck that I purchased recently. Really, really pretty deck. We have the Knave of Wands or the Knight of Wands, a Queen of Pentacles, and a King of Pentacles with a Four of Pentacles. And I did shuffle this deck pretty well, and I've used it a couple times already. The Lo Scarabeo, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anywho. So I'm getting this energy of... I feel like you're leveling up here with something, whether it be, I feel like there's something as far as like maybe you went back to school or you're getting some sort of training, certificate, maybe there's a trade, skill, whatever, craft. But I'm getting more like on a communication like level, something that has to do with speech, highly spiritual energy here as well attached to this. Something that's... I feel like there's something here I feel like you're leaving behind. Something that was sort of like once made you happy, but it doesn't really matter. You thought it mattered, it doesn't really matter now. There's something else here that matters more. I don't know, there's a lot of introspection energy here, and then sort of like this aha moment. Also a lot of like, you know, sort of like that dark night of the soul energy, doing the inner work, right? Some type of spiritual work here. Could also be with these double fours here, how you make your money, how you look at wealth, how you look at abundance, how you look at just money in general, right? Because depending on how you grew, the household that you grew up in, right? And how wealth and money and assets and all that were, and family and stability, how they were for you, could it instill a very positive viewpoint or a very negative? So that being said, let's see. I feel like this Ten of Cups here, though, I feel like you're getting like your heart's desire. There's also wealth attached with that King and Queen of Pentacles. Wow, that's a lot of cards already flying out. We have the Seven of Wands. There's like 4 cards on the floor. Alright, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have a Ten of Cups, we have a Strength card, and we have a Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands came out the other day. So I'm going to take this because we have the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. And I do feel like there's something here, like you're coming upon some type of land, something that you've worked hard for here, something that... I feel like universe is guiding you towards here. Again, with this Queen of Wands energy, this is a very passionate, determined person here who is very creative and also like stands out in a crowd, doesn't really sort of like let others tell them, like dictate who they're going to be, how they're going to act, like they just kind of they're themselves, right? Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, again, I feel like there's something here that you're leaving behind, you're having to sort of walk away from. Maybe that's with that strength, the endurance, the Seven of Wands, right? To sort of like leave behind some type of obstacle, struggle. Yeah, with the Fool card here, yeah, you want a new beginning. You want a new shot at something. So we have a Six of Swords, a Ten of Wands, a Moon card, and a Three of Pentacles. So a lot of 10 energy. So this is new beginning energy. So with the Fool card here. So I'm going to take this. I feel like with the Moon, it's like, I feel like you're kind of like the last maybe like 10 years or 20 years, you've sort of been on this like unknown path, unknown journey, or like, no, maybe that's not, unknown's not the right word, but maybe you just weren't really sure. You were just like, okay, I'm going to do some inner work. I'm going to be doing this, or maybe you went back to school or whatever. But there's something again here with this Six of Swords right now in this deck about, maybe that was the pre-shuffle. I could have sworn we had a Six of Swords. Yeah, right here. Okay. So with this double Six of Swords, so I'm definitely going to take this, I think Spirit is saying. You're moving towards a better, I'm hearing a better time in your life. There's going to be this big opportunity. It's going to be, I feel like a coming home moment here. You're going to be able to rest. You're going to be able to really blossom and bloom here. There's a lot of fire energy here with the Strength card and that Queen of Wands. So heavy Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. We also have Wands here, Seven of Wands, a Ten of Wands. So, and then the Moon card here, we have some water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, along with that Ten of Cups there, Ten of Cups here. Do have some air energy and then some earth energy here a little bit. But I feel like this fire energy, right, is really like coming through here of like bursting on the scene and like not letting anybody like stop you here from letting your light shine. I feel like you've done a lot of like, there's like some deep shadow soul work here happening here. There's like a new opportunity coming in. The Knave of Wands is still there with that King and Queen of Pentacles. We get Gemini's energy here. Gemini's for Gemini and their money. Just want to see what messages or what the energy is. We're just about at the end of September here. Not to push the month away, but you know, another week and... Whoa, okay, so for Gemini's energy, we have Judgment here. Gonna just cover that up, you know, because apparently this is not appropriate. Even though, you know, like we're talking about here, what we're talking about is we're talking about universe, angels, the heavens, sort of like, I think this is like a second chance at something, right? Resurrection. So I think for your energy, I feel like this is you wanting a second chance at something. This was the energy the last couple readings, I feel like. You really, this card cartwheeled out too. And it's heavy, you know, it's more fire energy, and I just feel like you're really determined to have a breakthrough. This may not even necessarily be a second chance, but have a breakthrough, right? Sort of like finally this, again, with, a breakthrough, right? Coming at the end of maybe of this journey. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Lovers, and then we, I just flashed the Knave of Swords. There is some unclothed individuals in this deck here, so I have to be very careful, but like, you know, what am I going to do? Not use my tarot decks? I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, I feel like this is educational purposes in a way. This is like we're trying to be inspirational here, right? We're trying to just sort of like, it's even a little bit of guidance, right? Trying to move forward, be positive. Anyway, with the Nine of Pentacles, it's independently wealthy here. So I think that's what your goal is here. I think you're trusting the universe in something. And what did I say about that 10-year cycle, right? And then we have the Judgment, which is 10-10. And the other day was like the same thing where I was like, I feel like, it's the end of this really long, and these eclipses that we've been going through, right? That's also part of it, right? Is like these ends of these, like, it's like coming back around of a lesson learned of a big like cycle in life. 10-year cycle, 5-year cycle, whatever, 15-year cycle. More about Gemini's energy with the Judgment card here. We have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, okay, so you want to get out of your head, right? You want to be released from this energy of feeling like you can't move forward, of feeling held back, of feeling like less than, of feeling insecure, of feeling not free, feeling bound to something here. And it could be just your own inner insecurities, this inner voice. A card did flip over, I thought so. We have the King of Wands here. So we have a match. There's something out of balance. There's something out of balance here that needs to be brought into balance. And it has something to do with work. It has something to do, I think, with your spirit about your work. How you see yourself, I think it's like you want to break free and feel more confident, feel more, right, like that energy of the King and Queen of Wands. Having the courage, having the strength, right, to move forward, to get through whatever these hard times, these struggles, move towards something better. There's better opportunities. You have a talent. You have a skill here with this Three of Pentacles. This is recognition for your hard work. So you see that coming. It's like it's there. And this Eight of Swords is classic air energy, Gemini energy. I have this tattooed on my arm. This very, not from this deck, but actually from this deck. Tattooed on me to remind myself that, it's like in data analysis paralysis. You just get caught up in your head and these thoughts, like you spiral. And I almost feel like it's like you just don't trust your own abilities here. However, with the Four of Wands, we have the Eight of Wands, wow, and the Empress, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And a Nine of Cups behind here. Seven of Swords. There's definitely some type of celebration, right? There's some type of, I think I just put this out of order. I think the Eight of Wands was ahead of that. There's some type of message, I feel like, coming through here, something that you wanted. It's very interesting that there's a gate here. So I do get property energy. I do get this traveling in order to come to a better place, right? This is definite movement here on these roads here. There's a lot of, like, being on the road, being in this boat, climbing over these mountains, feeling blocked, you want to have this fresh start, right? Remember, we saw the Fool. So let's get an outcome for this energy, and then we'll clarify. Let's get an outcome for this energy. I feel like you want to be more independent. I feel like you want to be more trusting of your creative abilities, of your talents, your skills. I feel like you want to break free from your own inhibition, right? Your own insecurities when it comes to, look, double Hermit. Yeah, I almost feel like you're maybe, in need of some mentorship, some guidance here, as far as like maybe somebody who's a little older or wiser, whatever, who can give you some sort of clarity on this. This could also just be you, it's like at the end of the day, my brother was talking about this in their podcast, him and his wife, about, you know, at the end of the day, it's like we have to get ourselves through these tough, like these dark night of the soul type journeys. It has to come from within, right? You can look outward for all signs of answers and signs, you know, even, I'm going to say even tarot, right? It's not always, I don't come to the cards every single day, all day for everything in my life. Like, no. So that being said here, I feel like though it's like tarot can be like though that hermit energy of like coming to a higher power, a spiritual guidance, whatever, spiritual energy, asking for assistance, asking for guidance, trying to, it's like maybe just help clear the path so you see the way. It's like you know the answer, it's there, it's just getting that, clearing the path a little bit. So with the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I feel like this is career related. I feel like it's money related, right? It's about some sort of skill that you have. Again, this is a very creative energy. A lot of growth energy here. These big, beautiful flowers. This person is creating something here. It's a long-term wealth. Long-term, there's a skill here that can be used for a very long time. It's not like, oh, like a one-and-done energy. Pardon that. Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? Okay, well, I just realized that the camera, I had turned it off because I have to like record in like 12-15 minute chunks, otherwise I can't upload it to my computer. And I just realized I didn't turn it back on after I turned it off for a second. But I realized my mic was still going because my mic and my camera are separate now, and then I put them into iMovie. So I did at least get me talking about the Hermit energy at the bottom of the deck and the Eight of Pentacles and all that. So I think when I go in and edit, I can kind of just have a still image for a while I'm talking where I missed the camera because it was only a couple minutes, honestly. So that being said, I feel like here with this, you know, like I was saying, with this Eight of Pentacles, there's a lot of growth here. There's something that you've been working on really hard. There's a skill, a talent you have. There's definitely something here that you're calling on some type of higher power. You have a higher calling here. Could also be in this energy. Some sort of spiritual aspect to this creative skill, talent, if you will, that you have. Which I kind of want a little bit more clarification on, because I do feel with this King and Queen of Wands, with this Three of Pentacles, right? There's some sort of creative thing, that energy here, some sort of creative aspect. That can mean a lot of different things. You could even be a musical producer. You could work for a corporation, but I am getting sort of an independent energy here. We have a Daughter of Pentacles. More about this King and Queen of Wands energy. More about this King and Queen of Wands. I mean, I feel like if you're the King of Wands, I don't know, I feel like you could be this King and Queen of Wands energy. It's just like what I said about bringing something into balance here in order to have this work. King of Cups in reverse. We have a Three of Cups, a Hermit card here. Wow, so we have triple friggin' Hermit. With another Eight of Wands here and another Strength card. Wow. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I almost feel like there could be some type of separation here. Maybe a work partnership. Maybe you're moving away from some type of long-term employment. More about this this Queen of Wands energy. Let's get more about this Queen of Wands energy. Maybe I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do them together. We have the Lovers card. It's doing something that you love. It's like you want to do what you love and have have it. Ten of Swords. It's again this energy of like the other day where it's like you want this like fresh start with something. You want, it's almost like something, it's like a reboot. Maybe you're redoing a business plan, a business idea, something like of that nature. Is there like a partnership energy here? Is there a partnership? Wow, we have the Moon and the Eight of Wands. Wow, okay, and a Hermit. Wow. Ooh, let's see what's underneath here. So we have a Two of Swords. So the Strength card came out with the Eight of Wands. Yeah, Spirit wanted these cards come out. Wow. Okay, so I almost feel like with this double moon here and this Eight of Wands with the Strength card, I almost feel like it's been a long time getting to this point. This has been a long time getting to this point, but there's a breakthrough here. There's a breakthrough energy. There's something coming in. I don't know more about this Eight of Wands energy. Whoa. More about this Eight of Wands, what's coming in here. More about this Eight of Wands. More about this Eight of Wands energy. Thank you, Spirit. We appreciate you so much. Wow, okay, it's a lot of cards. Death card at the bottom of the deck. We have an Eight of Cups, a King of Wands here. Okay. And we have a Six of Swords. So we're just going round and round, really, now. I mean, we're getting like doubles and triples of cards here, so... Wow. Wow. I just went to take a sip of water, and that cup literally... Well, that was probably caught on camera, but it didn't really go on the cards. Thank gosh. Wow. Okay, that's wild. My hand just so jerked. It's almost like wanting to break free or walk away from this King of Wands energy. So I do feel like there's more so a separation here rather than, I mean, if you want to think about it like still like needing balance, right? Fine. You need balance in your life. You need harmony. You need to not feel in that Eight of Swords energy, right? You want to feel more of that like lovers, that freedom, right? So I feel like definitely there's a moving away from something and moving towards something else, moving towards something better. Obviously with this double Eight of Cups and that Six of Swords, this Lover's card, there's a decision, I feel like, to take some type of opportunity that's coming in here that's going to allow you to walk away, I feel like, from this King of Wands energy. Can you give me one more card here about this King of Wands energy? I mean, this was your energy, so maybe you're the King of Wands walking away from the Queen of Wands. I don't know. Like, take it, you know, however it resonates for you. We have the Queen of Cups and the Devil. I feel like it's like there's some type of business partnership that just soured. It just didn't work out. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck now with the King of Swords coming out. Yeah. Back around to where we started with the Four of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles now here at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like there's some sort of business separation. Maybe you're even just leaving one company to go to another. Maybe there's a separation with just a business partner. But I also feel like if we go back to what I was saying about where it's like trusting that you, trusting something, right? Having a second chance, right? Second go around at something, like being released from that energy of not trusting your skills, your talents, whatever, and now actually trusting yourself here, and having the freedom. It's almost like overcoming devil energy maybe here, right? It's like the birth of something. I feel like maybe somebody was trying to block you. almost feel like somebody didn't want to let you go here. I really feel like somebody didn't want to let you go. Can you give us more about this? I want some outcome cards. I don't even know if I said. I think that was just clarifying. I'm not going to actually clarify this bottom row here because I feel like we're like in a field. It's just like we're going around and around because we already have now another moon, right? We have another Six of Swords. It's like I think we know what's really happening here. We need the separation, right? We need to go in a different direction. Maybe even with that moon, it's a little bit of like trusting your intuition on this dark night of the soul path that you're going to get through to the other side here, have that breakthrough, right? That I was talking about, that breakthrough energy here. What is some outcome energy here? Outcome energy. All right, so we have the Star card, which I have to cover up. So we have the Star card, just again, I feel like this angel energy, right, of you having hope, having faith. There's also some type of skill, some type of talent, something that you have that is going to... Hi, babes. All right, so we have the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, we have the Death card, and we have the Ten of Cups. Hi. With another Ten of Cups here, I feel like it's like he doesn't really feel well, so I'm probably going to have to call reading. But I feel like with this other Ten of Cups now coming out in this Death card, yeah, I feel like you need to break free from something here. Something where there's more celebration, there's more joy, there's more happiness. Hey, baby. You know, there's a rebirth energy here. There's definitely a rebirth energy. There's this, it's a lot of water energy here. This is all water energy. Heavy Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. So I feel like this is kind of like an emotional energy, this transformation here. I do feel like it's kind of big. We do have some major arcana here, especially with all the hermit energy. I feel like this is really deeply spiritual energy, some type of creative breakthrough energy. There's the Eight of Pentacles here now at the bottom of this deck with the World card and a Page of Wands. So I think it's a new career cycle. I think there's something here. There's, again, with this like reboot energy, maybe something that you wanted to do when you were younger, you never were able to do. Maybe you were married, you had kids. Now they're grown. Now it's like, wow, hey, I can do what I want to do. And I even have a little money here. Maybe, you know, there's a separation involved. Maybe you just played your cards right and you have some money, some retirement money now that you can fund with a new opportunity here. I am getting like an older, wiser energy here, but take this how this resonates for you. You do not have to be older to be wiser. But a lot of earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, so a lot of wealth, a lot of family ties, abundance, material wealth, feeling grounded, rooted, property energy, and that goes along with this water energy here of like family energy, property energy. It's like doing something that you love here and feeling really safe and secure about it, where you're doing it, who you're doing it with. Again, this goes back to the other day where it's like you're not telling everybody what you're doing, right? You're only working with select people, people that actually care about you, care about what you're doing, don't think you're being, you know, your ideas are silly. They actually respect you, respect your ideas here. Yeah. I really like this energy. This is the heavy happiness energy, right? This is reaching the rainbow, the happily ever after energy, feeling like there's this new, again, you know, we have the World card underneath here. It's a new cycle, Judgment. It's definitely a new cycle here. All right, so I'm going to leave it here. I appreciate y'all so, so much. Sending so much love and light. Bye.